బుద్ధ కల్కి అవతారాల గురించి సరి అయిన అవగాహన అవసరం. వైష్ణవ బుద్ధుడు, చారిత్రక బుద్ధుడు వేరు. చారిత్రక బుద్ధుడు గురించి చాలామందికి తెలుసు. శుద్ధోదనునికి మాయాదేవికి కలిగిన పుత్రుడు. వైష్ణవ బుద్ధుడు ఆ చారిత్రక బుద్ధుడికి ఇద్దరికి పేర్లు మాత్రం ఒకటే, అహింసా సూత్రం ఒకటే. వేద విధులను అనుసరించి జంతు బలిని యజ్ఞాల కోసం చేయడాన్ని వారిద్దరూ నిరసించారు. ఇది కాక మరే పోలిక లేదు. ఇంకొక పోలిక చెప్పుకోవాలంటే ఇద్దరు అశ్వత్థ వృక్షం రావి చెట్టు కింద తపస్సు చేసుకున్నారు. వైష్ణవ బుద్ధుడు గురించి తెలుసుకోవాలి అంటే అన్నమాచార్యుల దశావతార కీర్తనలు అర్థం చేసుకోవాలి. ఆ ఓపిక లేకపోతే క్షేమేంద్రుడు సంస్కృతంలో 12వ శతాబ్దంలో రాసిన దశావతార చరిత్ర చదివించుకొని బోధపరుచుకోవాలి. దానికి ఓపిక లేని వాళ్ళు ధరణిదేవుల రామయ్య మంత్రి ఒక 200 సంవత్సరాల క్రిందట తెలుగులో దశావతార చరిత్ర రాశారు. టూకీగా నేను చెప్తున్నాను. త్రిపురాసురులు, రాక్షసులు, వాళ్ళని వధించడానికి శివుడు తక్కిన దేవతలతో తోడ్పాటుతో బాణం వేస్తాడు. బాణ ప్రయోగం జరగదు. ఎందుకు జరగలేదు అని దర్యాప్తు చేస్తే వారి భార్యలు సుమంగళి వ్రతం చేస్తున్నారు కాబట్టి ఆ బాణ ప్రయోగం జరగలేదు అని తెలుసుకుంటాడు. అప్పుడు విష్ణువు మాయాయతి వేళలో త్రిపురాసురుల సతుల దగ్గరికి వెళ్ళి, అమ్మా మీరు చేస్తున్న పని చాలా గొప్పది, దానికి ఆ వ్రతం పరిసమాప్తి సక్రమంగా జరగాలి అంటే మీరు నగ్నంగా ఆ కొలనులో స్నానం చేసి నగ్నంగానే ఆ అశ్వత్థ వృక్షాన్ని కౌగలించుకోవాలి అంటాడు ఆ మాయాయతి. వాళ్ళు అలాగే చేస్తారు. ఆ నగ్నంగా స్నానం చేసి అశ్వత్థ వృక్షం మొదల్ని కౌగలించుకునేటప్పుడు అందులో నగ్నంగా తపస్సు చేసుకుంటున్న బుద్ధుడు, అతని సౌందర్యం వారి దీక్షను సడలిస్తుంది. సుమంగళి వ్రతం భంగమవుతుంది. బాణప్రయోగం జరుగుతుంది. త్రిపురాసురులు సస్తారు. పురసతుల మానములు పొల్లు చేసిన చెయ్యి అంటే శ్రీకృష్ణుడు కాడు అనుకోవడం బుద్ధి తక్కువ. బుద్ధుడే. ఆకాశాన ఎగిరే పురముల అన్నది కూడా బుద్ధుడి గురించే. అన్నమాచార్యులు వ్రాసిన 50 దశావతార కీర్తనలు నేను సంపాదించాను. అందులో విధిగా మొదటి 7 అవతారాలు అందరూ చెప్పుకునేవే. 8వ అవతారం కొన్నిట్లో బలరాముడని, కొన్నిట్లో కృష్ణుడని, కొన్నిట్లో ఇద్దరికీ అన్వయించే ఒక పదప్రయోగం. ఒక 2 కీర్తనలో మాత్రం బలరామకృష్ణులు ఇద్దరు పేర్లు కూడా ఉన్నాయి. కానీ 9, 10 అవతారాలు విధిగా బుద్ధుడు, కల్కి మాత్రం. యు ఆర్ రెడీ విత్ యువర్ నౌ? డాక్టర్ Padma Shri Dr. Sunil Kothari will give his lecture demonstration titled Kuchipudi Then and Now, as it is a combination. 30 minutes is enough for you? 30 minutes will be for his lecture demonstration. I welcome Padma Shri Dr. Sunil Kothari.
My topic by saying that Kuchipudi Then and Now is here. There is no question of Kuchipudi Then and Now when we have the national treasure Vedantam Satyanarayana Sharma amongst us demonstrating in the very beginning the Satvika Abhinay and the very favorite one of mine, the Patra Lekha Srimad Ratnakar Putrika Mukharvinda etc. I have stayed in this very place many years ago. I came back here in 1962 when Banda Kanakalingeshwar Rao was here. I had first seen Guruji at that time, very young, charming, handsome, big beautiful eyes. It's okay, if it works, it's all right. And one was witness to this miracle of looking at Kuchipudi tradition. Way back in 1958, I had attended the All India Dance Seminar and I was very fortunate to see presentation by Dr. Visa Parao. and there was one young dancer by name Kanchan Mala. She used to write Kanchan Mala BA. And she had demonstrated the Tarangam, putting the pot on the head and dancing on the brass plate. And she was trained by Chokalingam Pillai also in Bharatanatyam, she said. That was the time when Banda Kanaklingeshwara was there, and Kuchipudi had become the buzzword. Not that Kuchipudi was not known. I still remember the text of Rohini Bhate, the great Kathak dancer, who referred to having seen Kuchipudi in 1945 in Pune. Chinta Krishnamurti and other people had gone there. So references were there, but I had not seen Kuchipudi as a performance. Still I saw Vedantam Satyanarayana Sharma, and in Bombay I saw Yamini Krishnamurti when her sister Nandini sang the Yaduvansha Sudhamudi Chandra Swami Rara, and the spell was cast. The way it was being rendered, the way it was pronounced with the wonderful language of Telugu, with the Sanskrit, that one did not have to understand what was the meaning, how the song was being demonstrated, performed. Yamini at the height of her career, Pasumarthi Venugopal Krishna Sharma was there, and one took a decision that one must go to Kuchipudi village and study the form at the feet of the great gurus. And I went with Sumati Kaushal long ago with her mother to Kuchipudi seminar somewhere, and we met Chinta Krishnamurti, number of gurus. I consider myself very humble and lucky that I was at the right time, right place when things were happening. The Kuchipudi, the All India Dance Seminar brought to focus the claim of Kuchipudi as a classical dance form. Sangeet Natak Academy was established. I had written in my paper that I want to argue in this paper that Kuchipudi has undergone quite a change during the past 50 years. There are changes are political, social, institutional, people's mindsets, pedagogical, influence of peer pressure groups, government patronage, shift in the patronage, exposure to other dance forms, creative contribution of the legendary gurus, hereditary gurus, traditional, non-traditional gurus, artists. Also an important segment is that of the Indian diaspora, and which supports the dance form in far-off lands and their attempts to keep links with India, Indian culture and Indian music traditions. These are the parameters on which I wanted to speak. To the audience which has already sipped into Kuchipudi, it's meaningless to go into details of Kuchipudi, the historical details, etc. But taking the view of the past 50 years, one can codify or classify under these various heads what is happening to Kuchipudi. My submission is not to read a very scholarly paper. My submission is also, like partially through the film, go down memory lane and come to a point where many questions would be raised. Basically, as I was sharing with Anuradha, what the young generation today is thinking. We have institutionalized Kuchipudi as a dance subject in the university. I myself have taught at Rabindra Bharati University for 15 years as a dean, professor head of the department, and we had a full-fledged course of Kuchipudi till MA level and then later on for PhD also. I myself did my doctorate taking the forms like Kuchipudi, Bhagavat Mela and Kurvanji, and relating to it with the Natya Shastra in the classical manner in terms of the Shastri tradition and also the oral tradition. Now this was a good exercise for people like me who came from a non-traditional area and wanting to study the dance forms, not only Kuchipudi form, but concurrently what was happening in Odissi, what was happening as claimant of Mohiniyattam, what was the contribution of the great masters, the national treasures, including Sir, have given shape to the contemporary dance form, and with their genius, they have embellished the dance form. It is true that concurrent with Vempati Jina Satyam, the great gurus, the Guru Vedantam Lakshmi Narayana Sastri, under whom these sisters have studied, also various other gurus whose names are there in the book, in the Parampara chapter, etc. They all have contributed to the form of Kuchipudi dance, and it has come to stay in our contemporary consciousness of the 21st century that we perform, we see the dance. I also notice two parallels in terms of that I see the dance drama forms being performed in Kuchipudi village, in its environs. You go to Vijayawada, you go to various other places, and the emergence of its solo form, which is the topic which Anuradha would be speaking on, and seeing the process of how in 1962 when I went to Kuchipudi Art Academy at T Nagar near Panangal Park, where Vempati Jinnasatyam started the school, and one began to watch what was happening. What was happening to the form in terms of the creative genius who was looking at the Natya Shastra tradition, who was looking at the Sausthavam, who was looking at the aestheticizing of the form, not in any way belittling the traditional forms either, but what he felt as a creative artist, what would be Sausthavam, how the form would be embellished, what would be the references in terms of the Natya Shastra tradition, the Padachari, the Garuda Hasta, Ardhashikara Hasta. It was a lesson for somebody like me to know the depth and the range of Kuchipudi. And in that process, how Kuchipudi was emerging as a solo dance form, it's obvious case, as all of us know, that the predominant form is Bharatanatyam. There are two parallels I was watching during my various studies, that there are group forms like Manipuri. From Manipuri, the creative genius of Guru Amudi Singh, Atum Bapu Sharma, Bipin Singh, they were trying to work out a solo form. And unconsciously, the predominance of the Bharatanatyam form was seen that they wanted to start a repertoire which would approximate Alariku Jatiswar, Shabda, Varnam, Padams and Tillana and Slokam. This was what was happening as I was watching during that period. Similarly, which were the group forms were going towards solo, the solo forms were going to the group. It would be wrong to say that Bharatanatyam did not have solo form. It would be very wrong to say because we had the Bhagavad Natak tradition and there were dance dramas like Kuramanji where group formations were there. Now when you look at these forms, you start noticing these trends where the tradition cannot be like a close moribund pond. It is like what Jivan Pani, our dear friend, used to say, is a flowing river. The water moves around, meanders, meets rocks, obstructions, but the water moves around and takes the shape. And because we are so close to the tradition that we have come to practice, perform, watch, observe, write, criticize, that we think this is the tradition. And unless we have the humility and the study and the knowledge of the sociology, anthropology, history of the traditions, history of the place where the dance forms have grown up, the concurrent forms like Vidhi Natakam, Turupulani Bhagavatar, are the various things. When you look at totality of the Devalaya system, you look at this tradition of the Yakshagana and all, it is not very easy to pinpoint and say this is the tradition. When I watch Vedantam Satyanarayana Sharma and when he performs Bhama Kalapam or even does the Usha Paradam, which we had seen here many years ago, this very transformation that he brings, being a male, entering into the psyche of a woman and performing the form so beautifully that the women would say we would like to learn from him how to show lajja, how to show kopam, how to sulk, how to put our sari here, how to take a jada and try to beat Krishna to come, the Viruddha, Dakshinayaka, should come and ask my forgiveness. All this Natya Shastra comes very alive in their form. But today, I have started feeling that with the ruptures that have come to our contemporary life, the impact of the electronic media which has come, the impact of the Bollywood dance which has come, not that our traditional gurus, Vivek Rangarao has done a wonderful job of finding out how the traditional gurus from Kuchipudi, Vedantam Raghavaiah, Pasumurthy, Vempati Jinnasatyam had joined the films and given the choreographed the dance sequences in the films also. And perhaps the flashback when they come back to this city and go back to again metropolitan centers and they start teaching to the non-traditional dancers who were not dancers in the sense that traditional dancers would be dancers because they learn from their parents, it comes in their hereditary, but those are educated middle class women. And as we see in the history of Bharatanatyam, when Rukmini Devi entered as a Brahmin woman with theosophy background and started the whole movement, and the children started learning dance Bharatanatyam, similar thing began to happen parallelly in Kuchipudi. And you put on it with Vedantam, Satyanarayana Sharma or others, when they go to Ramlingeshwar temple or when they put their head and join the hand, there is a certain sincerity and honesty which comes through, whether it is the Ramaswamy temple or whether they perform here on this stage or anywhere where they perform, a certain distinct quality of life form, lifestyles comes through Vipin Singh, Birju Maharaj, Tiruchala Mahapatra, Vempati Chandra Satyam, Vedantam Sagar Sharma, and many other, Kalanidhi Mami, or the great masters that you watch. Now, in that part of my lecture, I had many questions which I wanted to put before the audience. That once we institutionalize the dance, and this being the seminar organized by the university, and I am taught at the university level, I have some problem with the infrastructure of it. I have looked at Kalakshetra as a model. I have looked at Pratima Bedi's Nrityagram as a model also. And I am wondering, what are these issues that have not succeeded in making our dance form as an integrated course form? Anuradha, now that she is teaching the university, was sharing this with me.